Hey, this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is my favorite video to do, because they're also my favorite ones to watch, which is cash stuffing for the beginning of a new month. If you saw my earlier April budget, my detailed April budget setup, you know that this month I'm doing things a little bit differently. One, I am also going to be using the Every Dollar app, the Dave Ramsey Every Dollar app, kind of more to track my transactions and kind of just keep myself in check. I did kind of dip into my cushion last month, which I really hate doing, but it was just kind of not being aware of where my transactions were. And I ended up with a large amount on my credit card that I just had to clear. So all good. So one thing that I can say from the get-go that is good about this app is that two of my bills came in higher than I had anticipated. One, if I would have thought about it, I would have remembered. So my AT&T bill, which is always $302, was actually $332 because my husband had gotten a new phone and I forgot there was a $30 charge when you set up a new phone. And then my water bill came in at $116. So I had a difference of, I had said 100, so it was actually $16 more, and this one was $32 more, or $30 more. So income came in correctly, so we got paid today, so that's all in. But these two, now in a normal month, when I would do it my normal way, I would just kind of float that extra and then hope that something came in less, but the Every Dollar app does not allow you to do that. So as soon as I put in my water bill, it asked me where I was taking that extra money from, since every dollar was budgeted. So it does not recognize a cushion in your checking account, which is probably a good thing. So what I ended up doing after I put in the water bill and my AT&T bill, I had to come over here to my cushion that I was leaving in my account, and I had to bring that down to account for the dollars that were above what I had budgeted. So my checking account cushion is now $159 versus the $208 that I had originally anticipated. So actually, that, you know, as somebody who has budgeted for years, and I will say every different style out there pretty much, and I have done the Every Dollar app for many years, and I've always done a paper and pencil plus this app because I kind of like this as an on-the-go kind of way to track transactions. But I had kind of forgotten that once you put your income in, everything has to match. You can't, unless I'm going to add more income in, I have to take from something else. So when I was going through here, I'm like, there's not many places for me to take. So again, a good lesson and a reminder as a budgeter that, you know, you have X amount of money and that's what you can spend. You shouldn't be borrowing from your cushion in your account or anything else. So so that is done, and I don't have any other bills that have come in so far. My electric bill, I always over budget for, so I know the balance is going to go into the sinking fund, so I'm not worried about that this month. And I do have a way on our app to look at what my estimated bill is going to be. So right now it's estimating about $135, which is what it was last month. So it should be fine. I think everything else should be okay. Okay, so let's get started. So instead of cash stuffing for the entire month, you know, as far as like my sinking funds, I am going to break it down a little bit. There are a few that I'm going to put the full amount in, and those are highlighted in pink. Again, this is my recap of where I ended my sinking funds for the month of March, and then what I'm adding this month. If it's pink, I'm only putting in one time into that fund, and my cash envelopes are here. So I pulled the cash for half of the month. So if I had 600 for groceries, I pulled out 300 where I normally would pull out 600. And I'm already glad I did that because I did go through and decide to do HelloFresh for one week of the month, and I actually did an extra meal, so $81 will stay in the account to cover that HelloFresh. So already I've got one less back to bank that I need to do, so all good. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start with groceries. The other change too is I am not carrying my cash envelopes with me. I am doing everything except for spending on my card this month and then paying it back weekly. So I will unstuff my envelopes and during my weekly check-in to pay that back and then stuff in for the following week. So I hope it makes sense. If not, I'll try to explain it better next time. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, let's look at the money. This is what was left in my back to bank, which should be $703. So let's just make sure we start with the right amount. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 400, 150, 20, 40, 60, 81, 100, 10, 20, 30 in tens, 5, 10, 15, 20 in fives, and 3 ones. Okay, then out of my account, I pulled $887. Let's just make sure this is right. He put it in an envelope for me, and then the envelope just kind of burst in my bag, and thank God I had it in a tote bag. I have more ones than I've ever had, and that's just because of the way that I'm going to be stuffing my envelopes this month. So I have 150, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40. So 6 40 and 20s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. No, wait. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 887. Okay, that is right. You know I hate ones, so I tend to avoid them, but sometimes you can't avoid them. Fives. Now I did pull out some additional money in just loose change, like ones, fives, tens, things like that, and put it in my miscellaneous envelope that's in my sinking funds. And I did that because I wasn't sure how this was going to work. So if I needed to mid-month kind of change up my system, I wouldn't have to go run to the bank to do it. So that's just kind of my little, if I don't need it, great. If I do need it, it's there. I can pull from there. Okay, so let's start with groceries. It is $150, so it is going to be 100, 2 20s, and 110. So that is actually going to go in this wallet. So this is kind of my everyday envelopes that I would carry with me if I was carrying them with me. So 150 goes in there. Eating out is 50, so it's 2 20s and a 10. So eating out is one category that really made me want to do this program, because I always order in advance. I grab the food and I go, or I order on their app. And so very rarely was I walking into a restaurant and paying in cash. So this was the category that made me kind of want to do this method for this month and just try it out. Spending is going to get 2 20s and a 10. And that is the one that will go in my wallet. And I am working a lot this month too, so that will be easier. Household is getting, household became a sinking fund. Household is getting 2 20s and, no, oh, it's getting 25. So it's getting a 20 and a 5, and that adds to the 130 that I already have in here. So 150, 175, wait, 190, 5. Okay, let's try this again. So 50, 1, 20, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Okay, so 155 in household. Cleaning is still fully funded from March, so I don't know if my daughter's cleaning or not. Right now I have 240 in there, and then if she doesn't clean, I'll roll that into another category. Personal care is getting personal care. Is getting 50, and so it's going to be 2 20s and 2 5s, and that is added to the $100 that's already there. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh gosh, that was probably the messiest way I could have counted that. So 150 in personal care. I'll update all my trackers later. Entertainment is getting 25. And this is also one that I normally order movie tickets online, so it makes more sense to be there. Clothing is getting 25. And I'm going to add that to the 400 that's already there. My mom is getting 25. And medicine is getting 50. So 2 20s and a 10. So 50 in medicine. Miscellaneous is getting 25. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just going to put some ones in there so that I can break some bills if I need to, or if I need to pull from miscellaneous. Okay, my back to bank is empty. Okay, so those are done. And then let's look at our sinking funds. So I'm going to do the ones highlighted in pink first because those are getting their full amount because they are not sinking funds that I would be using right now. So Christmas is an online account, so I will transfer. I already have it set up for the first of the month. This is the savings challenge that I filled out for Christmas, and it's front and back. So I'm going to go ahead and add the 400 in that I am doing. So each Santa is 300. This took every math skill I had to figure out how I wanted to do this. So, and again, I love the idea of reusing them and laminating them, but honestly, I hate the way Sharpie markers run on everything. So, and then a tree is 100. So I'll do one tree. So that will be 400. And then I can always go back later and I'll update this. So I currently have 1,242 in the account, and then I'll add this 400. Okay, so for my birthday, it's 50. So this is fully funded at 500. My husband gets 50. So he has 1, 2, 350. So his birthday is not until September, so a little bit more time for him. My daughter has a July birthday as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she is fully funded. I may end up putting more in hers because this is her 30th birthday. So I know we're going to do a little bit more celebration than normal. My daughter and son-in-law gets 50. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not funding nieces and nephews or family adventures, Liam and Milo. Okay, so none of these are going to be funded. And then for arts and crafts, so I normally have a sticker fund as well as an arts and crafts. So I'm just putting it all as one this time because I know I'm going to use these out of my account. So I'm going to put 25 in here. Beauty and skincare, card maintenance. Date night is going to get the full 100. No, is it full? No, it is not. It's getting 25. I funded this and then spent it the next day, so I'm going to try to pace myself this time and put in 25. Dental is getting 100 because I realized I needed to accelerate this. This is for some dental work I'm going to have done once I get my braces off. My glasses, I still have not gotten an appointment. I really am struggling. HOA is due this month, so I don't fund this when the month is done. And then household, whatever left in my envelope will go in here this time. And then my final one is, let's see. So this is the money that I told you about earlier. It's just basically change in here in case I need it. Pest control gets 30. So we will have service next month. Planning gets 25. And this is the envelope I did the most damage in last month. So I've got to pace myself this month. Reward is still funded. Savings. So this is an online transfer. So I will transfer $970 in on the 1st. This is where I'm at. So let's see, 330. So I have 3508 in this one. So on 4/1, I'm going to fund 970. So if I have 3508 plus 970 is 4478. 4478. So I'm going to color in each one of these little things represents $333. I know it sounds strange how I did it, but that's how I did it. So I can go up to this one. Now I will also add incremental income this month when I when the month is over. So my next benchmark is 4,662. So in another $200, then I'll be able to fill in that one. Oh, wait, that's not savings. This is savings. Okay, I know it fits in there. Why is it not wanting to go in? Okay, there we go. Savings challenge, I do at the end of the month. This is my $10 challenge. Self-care is not getting funded. Subscriptions is not getting funded. Target. So Target gets the full amount of $100, and I'm going to put that on my Target red card. Tax prep, I have not removed that. Taxes is still in my savings account. Thrifting, I'm not funding. Vitamins is getting 20. No, vitamins is getting 15. Okay, so let's just make sure I've got this right. This one's done. These are all done. This is an online clothing. Health and medical is an online account. Household was funded. Pest control got funded. Planner, savings. Target got the full amount. Technology is an online account. Vitamins got 15. And then eating out, spending, entertainment. Giving is currently an online account. Gas for the car is online. Okay, so that's it. So the rest of this cash will go for cash stuffing next week. So for week 2, and then I'll pull out the money for week 3 and 4, but I'll take out of that amount that I'm going to pull out any money that needs to go back to the bank. So just kind of almost like recycling the cash that I pull that needs to go back to the bank, instead of what I've been doing recently is pulling it weekly, pulling all the money for the month and then pulling the back to bank weekly, but not taking it back to the bank till I got a big number. And then that's where I kind of got into problems with the cushion on my account as well as the balance on my credit card. So gonna change that around this month, and hopefully it goes much smoother. So hopefully this all made sense to you. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions at all, please put them down in the description box or in the comment box. And if you have not already done so, please consider subscribing. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Life is a winding road,